All right, it's time for dinner. I'm gonna use my hot logic again. I'm gonna make some pork chops with potatoes and asparagus and mushrooms and onions. So let's get started. So I have my potato here, and I'm just gonna cut it nice and thin. And you can see that my slices are thin as to help it cook a little bit better in the oven. So we're gonna cut these, and then we'll move on to the next piece. Okay, so you have the mushrooms, and this time we're gonna slice them just as so, just straight down. And we'll put them aside, and we'll continue. So now the asparagus. And I'm going to cut the asparagus into thirds. So there's 1, 2 cuts. Now they're all cut into a third. And I'll put them aside as well. So now I've got the onions. I don't need too many. I'm just going to cut one little slice of onions here. And then I'm not going to cut them too small. I'm just going to cut them into smaller pieces. And then we'll put them aside. So we have the potatoes here, all on the cutting board. And I have some butter, melted butter, some lemon pepper, some salt, some garlic powder, and some roasted herbs. So first I'm just gonna spice up these potatoes a little bit. Our spices. And then, once I have them spiced up here, I'm gonna take a brush and I'm gonna lightly put some butter on top of them as well. Not a lot, just a brush. So I've got the brush, some butter on it, and we'll throw some butter on these. And then we'll put them into the baking pan. So now I have the rest of the veggies on a plate, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put the same spices on them, and then put some butter on them, and I'll put them into the pan. I'm going to spice them up a little bit. Garlic powder. Then we take the brush and we just butter them up. So I got my pork chop. It was a rather thick pork chop, so I cut it in half. So if you have a thin pork chops, then you can just keep them thin. But just cut a thick pork chop in half. And I have some barbecue sauce. So first I'm going to spice the pork chops, and then I'll add some barbecue sauce on top of them. Okay, so we got some garlic powder, some lemon pepper, a little bit of salt, and the garlic and the herbs. Then we get our brush, put some barbecue sauce on it, and just put some barbecue sauce on it. And we're not drowning it in barbecue sauce, we're just giving it flavor, right? So we'll just put some barbecue sauce on it. So now we have it all in the pot. So we're going to put the cover on and put it in the oven. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Looks like it's been cooking. Let's plate it and taste it. Okay, you've got it on the plate. Time to eat. All right, let's give it a taste. Got some potatoes and mushrooms and asparagus. Wow, that's really good. Wow, it's good. Let me try the pork chop. It's cooked well. This is really good.